What's up, guys? Dolan, Delano here with Atlas MedStaff. For today's daily, I wanted to do something a little bit different. We've done coronavirus update videos in the past, just kind of explaining what we're doing as a company to tackle the coronavirus and to make sure that we here do not fail on helping you while you're out there on the front lines fighting this virus every single day. So I thought maybe for today's daily, it would be a good idea to kind of compile all of our videos regarding the coronavirus together. So that way you can kind of see clips of when we first started talking about it in February to where we are now. And then I'll provide the links to each one of those videos above in the description or below, depending on where you're watching this. And maybe it'll answer some of the questions you might still have for us as a company on how we're dealing with the virus. Or maybe it's just for fun to see how we've gained knowledge about the virus over time and how we provided the updates and maybe what's changed with the company as we went. If you have any questions, reach out to your recruiter first, or reach out to Rich or Steve, R. Smith at atlasmedstaff.com or S. Ryan at atlasmedstaff.com. I'm sure that they would be more than happy to answer any of your questions. For now, please, please, please stay safe out there. I can only imagine what you guys are going through, and I can't thank you enough.
Without being too alarmist, right? Everyone's talking about the coronavirus, right? I mean, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, they're all here in Nebraska, too.
Right? They're not too far from us in Ashland over here. Let's say something like this happens, or SARS before that, or the bird flu before that, right? I mean, all of these things.
Ebola, we had Ebola, how many, yeah.
Absolutely. So, and I guarantee we've had ER nurses that are working right now where some patient has come in sounding like me and said, oh, no, I've been exposed. I have the coronavirus. You don't.
We just met as a leadership team here at Atlas, and it was important for us to communicate back to all of you how we are dealing with the coronavirus and COVID-19.
Okay, well, to get started, I know everyone's hearing news from all different sources. They're watching the TV, they're watching all the experts and everything, and we are not experts on the coronavirus. What we are people trying to figure it out just like you are. We met as a team. We have some really smart people in our company. We took their lead. So just wanted to share a few items that we came up with today to make sure you understood where Atlas was in the whole scenario and what we're trying to do for both our internal people, our hospitals, and our travelers that are out there.
I am in my office here at my house, doing my part, right? I mean, last week we announced to the whole company that we would operate under a work from home. We're trying to do our part to be part of the solution rather than part of the problem, right?
From the Atlas world, we wanted you to know what we're doing. On a day-by-day basis, things change. So we're trying to meet as often as possible. We're trying to make decisions based on what the news is saying, what our hospitals are saying. It just seems like it's changing every day. So our very first thing that we focus on is how do we take care of you?
I know in the past few days I've been finding myself needing some motivation, some positive thoughts to deal with everything that's going on in the world right now with COVID-19 and all the changes that it's made to our daily lives. So I just wanted to put this out there for you. Motivation, positive thoughts, words of wisdom, whatever you want to call it. You got this. We appreciate you now more than ever.
What are we on? Week 3 or 4 of this social distancing? Seems like it's all the same all across the country. So we are still doing our part here in our homes. Quarantine edition week. Evan?
7 or 6?
6.
What's our space?
6 feet.
6 feet. We
6
got
feet
this.
apart.
When I first got here, this was not a COVID contract. It was not a crisis contract. It's pretty much turned into everything is a medical ICU, everything is a COVID ICU. So now it doesn't really matter where you are. If you're an ICU nurse, this is what you're doing.
It has been It has not been easy, and I know it's not been easy on all of you too. So on this episode, I want to look back to what it was like in 2008, 2009, when we went through the financial crisis, and what it was like in our industry if you weren't part of that. Or if you were a part of that, you might remember. So what did that look like, and what are some similarities between now and then? How do you keep your head right through all of this?
Well, I've been a nurse for 37 years. I've been a traveler for almost 5. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be applying for unemployment.
You know, if someone asks me, how are you doing? And they responded, I don't even know right now. And I think for a long time, I was like, I really don't know.
That's what we should be doing right now during these times, is working to make that profile more attractive so it does catch the eye. Can't see the smile here, can you? But that's okay. On this episode, we talk about this, wearing a mask. Back in March, when we closed the office, along with everyone else, and when all of that kind of started, we put a date out there of August 15th that we were going to start discussing how we'd reopen the office. And I was tasked later with the plan to reopen the office. And the closer we got to August, the more we thought, this just isn't right. What we decided to do was, until the end of this year, stay where we are.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Like, I hated getting this news. One of my favorite things about working with Atlas and being a recruiter is the fact that I get to connect with people all the time. And being in the office was a big part of that for me personally.
Back in the home office again. Why this time? Exposure. And so raise your hand if any of you have been exposed at the hospital level, or actually you contracted COVID-19 and then are back to work now. So you've had to go through that 2-week quarantine process. That's where I am right now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. That wasn't bad.
That'll water your eyes.
Oh shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there's like some kind of liquid in that thing.
5.